I know why you're doing this. You hate waking up every morning. That's it, right? You hate waking up. The alarm, brushing your teeth, sitting in traffic, making coffee for everyone in the office. No. You think this is a get rich quick scheme. You can just set it up, watch your bank account grow 3 times what you used to make at your office job. Everyone's gonna think you're some cool entrepreneur who's just made it big time. Or maybe you're actually just trying to make a difference in the world. Whatever your reasons for starting a business in 2021, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ituku Bega. I am a freelance brand strategist, designer, and writer. This week, we're unpacking the basics of starting a business in 2021. My key areas of focus are usually online or digital platforms, ways you can set up your website, your social media, basically being able to work remotely. And this is predominantly what I'm going to be focusing on this channel. But I will share from time to time traditional ways of marketing your business. So this is offline methods. It could be handing out flyers. It could be hosting a launch event. Those kind of things. If you do have any suggestions of different ways one can market their business offline, or if you would like me to cover specific topics, feel free to drop me a comment and I will get back to you. Let's get started. Now, the first thing you want to do before setting up your business formally is to do research. Step 1. Ensure that you have done your online research, asked your friends, asked your family, done a bit of stalking on Instagram or whatever works for you, but do ensure that you have an understanding of who else is in the same space, who's playing in the same space. So this goes for freelancers, consultants, product, if you're producing product, any kind of provider out there who is looking to start a business, whatever your offering is, it makes sense to go out there and look at who else is playing in the same space and how are they approaching the market. This also goes for what names are available. The name of your business is very, very important because it helps your potential client or consumer or whatever you want to call them. It helps them remember who you are very easily. Step number 2, register your business. If you're in South Africa, and I'm going to speak to South Africans because I'm based in South Africa, we use CIPC, and that's kind of our official platform for registering a business in South Africa. We register as a Pty Ltd, so private company. We do have certain consultants, freelancers, agencies that are set up to actually help you with registering your business from scratch. So this is ensuring that the name you would like is reserved, ensuring that you've got the actual company registration done. So from your directors, the different splits in who gets what percentage of the company, and they'll even assist you with doing your tax registrations and all of that accounting. I will drop a link to a friend of mine. His name is Luthando. He has an agency and this is what they specialize in. They specialize in helping companies get registered because the admin side of starting a business is not for everyone. Do bear in mind that these companies or consultants do add a markup for their time to assist you with setting up your business. So the pricing is not going to be exactly the same as what you would find on CIPC's website. So to break it down for you, registering on CIPC costs less than 200 Rand. So be very careful with which service provider or which platform you use when registering your business because there are consultants who will take chances. Be warned, there are people who are going to try and take your money, especially if you look like you don't know what's going on. Registering with CIPC is less than 200 Rand. This includes registering the name of your company, registering the company itself and all the directors who are part of this company and have shares in this company. You can do everything yourself on their website. It's pretty easy. It's step by step. You create an account, they give you a code, a customer code. You use this code to kind of track your transactions with CIPC. There is a section with their banking details where you would be required to make a deposit of this. So initially it's 50 Rand for the name reservation, and then 175 Rand to fully register the company. So what you would do is get the banking details for CIPC, which you will find on the website, make a payment into their account. Once the funds reflect on your profile, you'll be able to reserve the name, which is 50 Rand. So you will get 5 different names, which could potentially be your business name. Pro tip, always ensure that the first name you put down on your proposed names is the name you would ideally like to go for. This makes it easier for you to get the name that you are planning to use. What I've done in the past is I usually have the name I'd like to go for. So if it is a Pineapple Express, my first option would be Pineapple Express, and then the second option would be Pineapple Express Limited. Now, I don't really want to use the limited in my URL or social media, but for official reasons, if I really want the name Pineapple Express, I want to make sure the rest of the names that I am using to register my business are as close as possible to the very first option, so that I can have the flexibility to cut off parts of the name for my trading purposes. So for my emails, my URL, my social media, I can still go by Pineapple Express, but officially I would be Pineapple Express Limited. So your third option would be something close to that as well, but also something that gives you flexibility. So Pineapple Express and Co. Pineapple Express Couriers, Pineapple Express Gifting, Pineapple Express Catering. Whatever Pineapple Express is to you, that's what you're going to aim for. So the process takes less than a week. I must commend CIPC on this. They're really quick. If you move with your things, they move too. And I love that it's all online. So you pick the names you want to use, and I've had responses within 24 to 48 hours, and my name was approved. From there, you get all your director's details. So from your ID books, address, proof of address, what else? I think everything needs to be certified. You do the registration online, you upload your documents, and you send it off to them, and within a week you're registered. That's how it's worked in the past. So if you're going to be using a consultant, they will do all of that for you, so you don't have to worry about it. As I've mentioned, be careful of which consultants or agencies you're going to be using, because there are people who will take chances. I've had a friend who was quoted 2,500 Rand to register a company. It all depends on you. If you really feel like the consultant setting you up is worth 2,500 Rand when you could do it yourself for less than 200 Rand, hey, it's your budget. But I'd rather kick off with knowing that I am saving as much as possible, because you are going to be facing a lot of startup costs. Your domain needs to be registered, which has a fee. Your email needs to be registered. In most cases, it has a fee. You may need some of those funds to get your marketing going, to maybe run some ads. So get off the right foot and ensure you're saving. Number 3, domain registration and, well, I guess social media as well. So you've checked initially whether the name you would like to use is available and what the competition is more or less like. So in your research phase, what you want to look out for is things like originality. So if you are going to be going for the name Pineapple Express and you do a search and find that there are like 5 other businesses with very similar names, maybe Pineapple Limited, Pineapple and Friends, and they do exactly the same thing you're going to be doing, that is not super original. So think about original names, but that speak true to what you're doing, or personal, that have some kind of personal reference to your journey, and use that to register your business or getting a domain registered. I use Wix quite a lot, but I am using Squarespace as well. So it all depends on who's going to be designing your website for you. or setting you up. So if you're a DIY type of person, I would recommend Wix. I set up websites for some of my clients on Wix, mainly because it is easier to navigate. So I am able to train them and show them after we've set up their website. I'm able to show them how to navigate and how to change things like images, update your text or your web copy, create new pages. I like to give my clients as much flexibility as possible. I don't want you to feel dependent on needing my services. As much as I'd like to make money, I do believe in flexibility and empowering entrepreneurs to be able to do things on their own, because we want to save as much as we can. We want to make room for more, but we also want to learn how to do these things ourselves and develop new skills. So you don't have to get your website set up right away, but you do need to register your domain. You do want to register your domain right away because you don't want to be in a position where someone else has registered the domain you want to use and you're kind of stuck, got a company registered, but the domain doesn't really match what your company is registered as. And you also want to kind of do this simultaneously with your Instagram, Facebook, and whatever social media pages you're going to be using, just to ensure that those pages are available. Pro tip: always ensure that your social media handles are pretty much the same on all platforms. So in my case, I am Itukubega on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and hey, even here on YouTube. So the reason being is it makes it easier for people to find you. If they found you on Instagram and they want to look you up on Twitter, on YouTube, they don't need to think hard about, okay, on Twitter, she's got _.77 behind her name. What is she on Facebook? Let me see if she's got something on YouTube. Oh, but what's her name on YouTube? Try and make access to your content as easy as possible. Your domain registration would be linked to what your email address would be. So if you are going for www.pineappleexpress.com, your email would be something along the lines of itu@pineappleexpress.com, hello@pineappleexpress.com, info@pineappleexpress.com, whatever you fancy. In the beginning, if you are working on your own, you may probably just need one email. So I like to use hello for my freelance business, which is pretty simple because hello could be info, hello could be, I don't know, marketing, it could be anyone. I am noticing, I thought it was original at first and I thought it was really cool to go with hello, but I've realized a lot of freelancers or businesses are using hello. It's still cool, but try and find something really nice that people will remember, and you know, it is a form of marketing and branding. For instance, for one of my businesses, My Tribe, we use Hey Mama at mytribe.com because our platform is geared our target audience for My Tribe is mom influencers. So how we communicate with our moms is, hey mama, how you doing today? So an email address like Hey Mama is very easy to remember compared to info Jezebel at mytribe.com, whatever it is. You get my drift, right? Step number 4, registering your bank account. Again, I am giving tips and advice from South Africa, so I am going to recommend banks in South Africa. We have a handful of key major banks that you can register with. I am personally using FNB for my business banking. Reason being, I found it very easy to register with FNB, and when I did do my research, I obviously tried to look at who's cost effective in terms of monthly expenses that I need to pay, setting up. I am a very digital sort of person. I like to have online options and ways to maneuver online, so I liked how innovative and tech savvy FNB is and how they make it easy for you to run things from your cell phones and from their mobile banking app and from their your online profile. I am aware that other banks have these platforms, but FNB kind of just like they put the information out there for you so easily. I registered with them, and it was 500 Rand to open the business bank account. And these are funds that will go or reflect in your funds immediately. It's just for them to be able to open your account. And how it works is I would ensure that whatever branch you're going to, maybe call before you do a walk-in and say you want to set up a business bank account, because you do find clients who make appointments to set up their business bank accounts, as it tends to take a bit of time depending on how many people are registered on their business, and you don't want to be sitting at the bank the whole morning. So call ahead of time, check if they are doing like appointments, if that branch actually offers business banking. You don't want to get there and they're like, we don't have a business banking consultant on site or available today. So personally, I would go with F&B, and I actually wish I could get paid for brand dropping here, but alas, I'm just sharing how I do things and products I use. So for now, this is not sponsored. This is not sponsored content. F&B for me, best way. In terms of fees, I'm not clear on who the best bank in South Africa is, and I'm going to be open with you about that. And you know, if you want to be a very super efficient entrepreneur, that's something you want to look into. But for me, even if there is another bank that's super like affordable when it comes to my banking fees, I also like the fact that I can navigate things on my own with F&B, and if it means paying 50 Rand, 10 Rand extra, I would rather have that than have to pay someone to manage my banking or help me with running my business because I don't understand how to do things. So it all depends on what your approach to setting up your business is. The next thing you want to do to wrap up the admin setup or the admin side of getting your business set up is heading immediately to get your taxes registered. In South Africa, we use SARS, and they do our tax registrations, our VAT registrations, that kind of thing. So the reason why I say you want to head over to SARS immediately, please don't try and like relax and be like, oh, I've got a business bank account, I've got a registered business, I've got a domain, I'll get to SARS later. If you're going to be working with other big corporations or brands, if you're going to be looking for sponsorship, and just so you don't get into trouble and get arrested for tax fraud, you might just want to have those papers ready because they may block you from opportunities, as most big corporations and brands do require you to be tax registered, VAT registered, they just want your papers in order, and you don't want to miss an opportunity because you don't have the right papers in order, right? That's reason number one for making sure you register your taxes immediately. Reason number two, again, you don't want to find yourself in any kind of legal trouble action, especially if your business is going to be generating quite a lot of money. I'm not saying that you will get away if you have a smaller business, but rather be on the safe side. Now, my lovely humans, to wrap up our session for today, I would advise that once all of your business setup is done, have a think about how you're going to officially launch and let everyone know that you are in business. I have been asked this question: do I need to register before starting the business, or can I start and register afterwards? It all depends on what your business model is. So maybe you sell, I don't know, maybe you're flipping clothes, maybe you're flipping cars, maybe you're just doing something that's on the side and you realize that now I can make this a formal business and I want to get registered. So it all depends on you as the freelancer, business owner, or the person making the money. Play it by ear, see how things are going. But if you know you're ready to commit, you're ready to kind of treat this baby like a formal thing, and you're ready to invest the time, the money in growing, rather get registered ASAP. That's one of the first things I did. I was not clear on what my journey would be, how much money I would make, but I knew that I was ready to formalize and ensure that if anyone wanted an invoice from me, I had a very formal invoice with my business registration. I made sure that I registered right away because that was my way of telling myself that I am serious about this. This is not just a play thing for me. This is not a hobby. I am going to make money through this concept, through this idea, and I'm going to invest in it till it grows. So once you've registered, you need to start thinking about how you're officially going to launch. What social media campaigns are you going to be running with? Are you going to be hosting an online or offline kind of launch event? Do you need sponsorship? What kind of budgets are we looking at? Budgeting is very essential, especially in the beginning, because you need to understand what your startup costs are, what you need for marketing, what you need for day-to-day running of your business. And this is a discussion for another vlog. Now, if you found this information super insightful and useful, please hit the thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe, get your notifications on, because we're here every single Sunday. See you soon.